My name's Hassan Taufik. To start with, there has been a political uproar among the people of the nations. But what I feel is that 2023 is going to be a new dynamics in stand-up politics. As everybody has said, the campaign now is going to be an issue-based campaign, which I so much love, very much. Because the candidates, about 18 of them, which we have, can be streamlined down to 4 or 3 or thereabout. My candidate, that which I am hopefully supporting, I'm hopefully to have the win by come 2023 election, as a reputation of issue-based parameter which can be used to campaign in order to get the support of the people. So the issues are already established, not a fabricated issues. It's already existing. At this particular time, what we need in leadership now is a wealth manager and a wealth creator, not just a wealth manager. A wealth manager is not enough. So at this material time, we want a wealth manager, a wealth creator, and a successor creator. Because over the time, the problem of Nigeria has been wealth management, wealth creator, and successor. So what we need now in the next coming election is a wealth manager, a wealth creator, and a successor creator. As I said earlier, that all the candidate or 18 political party can be streamlined down to 3 or 4. We have Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, a very credible candidate who has the capacity and the intellect. But capacity and the intellect is not enough when it comes to leadership. And we have Rabi Musa Kwankwaso, a former governor of Kano State, who has also the capacity, the intellect, and the political sagacity. But all that is not still enough. And we have the Chief Peter Obi of the Labour Party, who has the capacity as well, credible, very young, intellectual, and a wealth manager. But a wealth manager is not enough, as I've said earlier. So the person I feel, or I think, in my own opinion, is Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who is of the All Progressive Congress. He is a wealth manager, he is a wealth creator, he is a successor creator, and a successor manager. So that is the best candidate we can have from now, of which youth of my age, out there, millions of them, have the same, share the same ideology with me. Primordial sentiment in politics cannot be ruled out. There are still a number of people who are primordially sentimental in their political thinking. But the youth of today, who are supporters of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has no primordial in any way, no matter how an atom it is. They are not being driven by primordial sentiment, either by religious sentiment, tribal sentiment, or what have you. What they have been driving with is what? The capacity, the credibility, the ability to deliver in a wealth management, wealth creator, and a successor creator. Because why? If you are a good manager and you manage the wealth very well, and you do not have a successor to continue that management, then what you achieve is nothing. So you cannot be called a successor or a successful person. You can be successful as an individual, but before you can be called a successful person, then that your ideology, your style of management must be succeeded by somebody who's going to do better than you. Then you cannot be called a successful somebody. So, and when you look at all the candidates, they are lacking in these characteristics, which that characteristics is in there in Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. When I read through the manifesto, it actually speaks of the title of that manifesto, Renewed Hope. Because most of our challenges in this country now, that everybody is yearning about, no money, no this, no that, the country is very hard, stuff like that, all boils back to the PMS availability and the cost. Because why? As a businessman, if you are selling your commodity for 15 naira and you have to transport that commodity from the depot to the area of your retail, you must include the transport and with your own profit. So definitely it is going to affect the economy, the cost of PMS. Do you get it? But now from the manifesto, it has been shown there that the issue of subsidy, huge amount of money being paid for subsidy, and a lot of critical institutions have not been attended to because much money going into subsidy, so that they can reduce the cost of PMS for the populace. Do you understand? And it has been detailed out of how this subsidy can be eradicated permanently, and the refinery of the country will now be operating to the full capacity. In that case, when the subsidy is eradicated completely and the refinery operating to the full capacity, then we are going to have a cut down cost on the price of PMS, which is going to affect the economy of the country. All the skyrocketed prices of commodity in the market is going to come down. So this is a very good idea, which is going to, do a kind of surgical operation to the economy of the country. I've answered this question earlier, where I said we need a wealth manager and a wealth creator. It takes a wealth manager and a wealth creator from the internet to see that this property does not deserve to be sold out, but rather we can create a way of which this wealth can be reformed, transformed, and give us more availability rather than selling it out. So a wealth manager and a wealth creator, it has answered that question. A wealth manager is not enough, but a successor creator. That's what I said. If you are successful as an individual and you do not get a good manager to succeed you and manage that wealth better than you do, then you are not successful. But when you manage the wealth well and you could replicate yourself in another person who could do better, then you could be called a successful somebody. So at this material time, if you have a wealth manager who could not create a successor for himself, so all the wealth is going to manage over the year, and he could not still create another, and could not replicate himself in another person that will continue that trend, so it's close to nothing. Wow. So that's why we need a wealth manager, a wealth creator, and a successor creator. Enjoy the youth to listen at the campaign promises of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He has promised to give higher percentage to the youth in his administration. And he said in his administration is going to be either fighting corruption, security, economy. They are going to be digital-based process. Fighting corruption is going to be digital-based fight. Fighting insecurity is going to be digital-based fight. Doing a kind of a permanent solution, a refined tune to the economy is going to be digital based. So if you check out the population of the youth in Nigeria, we have about 70 to 80% youth, of which those percentage of youth, higher percentage out of them are digital inclined. So which give a privilege and opportunity to all the youth. So I will enjoy the youth to stick to Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Though we have high percentage of the youth already supporting Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I will still encourage others who are not skilled